Hi, welcome to ARV Industries. I'm Andrew, field service rep here, and this is the SV12101 dual cab lube truck. Our SV12101 dual cab lube truck is 7.8 meters long, 2 meters wide, 1.8 meters tall, and has a 6 meter turning radius when in four-wheel steer. It's powered by a 99 horsepower, 3.3 liter turbo diesel Cummins engine, followed by a Dana T12000 6-speed transmission with selectable four-wheel drive. Our lube kit has 3 modes it can function on: diesel mode, electric mode, and shop air mode. Down here is where you'd hook up your shop air. Diesel mode selected in the overhead console of cab number 1. And electric mode is controlled by the 600 volt panel beside cab number 2. All of our service trucks are laid out the same way in the front cab, with the overhead consoles containing things like park brake, lights, four-wheel steer, and four-wheel drive selections. The steering column tilts, and we have a backup camera, speedometer, e-stop, and fire suppression actuator. The back of our cabs contain a sound protection barrier, and then behind that we have our cooling package and fire suppression. Behind the engine maintenance area, we have all of our air controls for the bulk tank pumps. All of our pumps are air actuated, which allows 3 modes of operation: diesel mode, electric mode, as well as shop air mode. After turning on your main supply air, you can turn on all the other air valves or just the ones you need, and the pumps will pump until the lines are pressurized. Moving behind the grease tank, we have 2 remote filters to pre-filter both of our bulk oils before they go into the reels. Each of the filters has remote checkpoints to test the oil before and after the filter. Here beside cab number 2, we have all of our bulk tank hose reels. They're all manually extended for 75 feet and hydraulically retracted. When driving our dual cab lube truck from the back of the vehicle, the headlights and taillights do a big 180. They swap so that your headlights are now in the direction that you're driving and the taillights are behind you. When you sit in the rear cab of our dual cab lube truck, it's laid out the same as the front. All of our overhead controls are the same, minus a few switches, as well as a backup camera, e-stop, and fire suppression actuator. Once you've plugged into your 600 volt power supply, you turn on the circuit breaker to your panel, allowing you 600 volts to your electric motor, 120 volts AC to an outlet right on the side of the panel, as well as a 12 volt battery charger so your battery doesn't die while all your lights are on. All of our service vehicles come equipped with remote grease as well as remote oil filtration. When it comes time to do your oil, lube, and filter change, this is where you go. So we've got our engine oil filter, fuel filter and water separator, transmission oil, remote drains for the engine and transmission, and our hydraulic oil filter right back here. The grease tank can hold 450 liters of grease and pump at half a gallon a minute. The fuel tank also holds 450 liters of fuel and can pump it at 10 gallons a minute. Each of the oil reservoirs can hold 900 liters apiece and pump at 3 gallons per minute. Whenever the hydraulically driven VMAC Predit air compressor is fired up, it'll pump air at 40 CFM, 150 PSI. We use compressed air to run all of our pumps: diesel, grease, and oil. This customer requested that we use air-driven pumps, but we can use hydraulic-driven as well. Sometimes it can be hard to see while you're driving underground, so we put a backup camera in each cab, as well as a side camera for the front right corner. The diesel tank also holds the diesel hose reel. The diesel hose reel is extended manually and retracted hydraulically with a remote located valve right beside the tank. We actually have 2 air compressors on this vehicle. One is the hydraulically driven and one is a belt driven off the engine. These air compressors fill the tanks located under the chassis, and the air is used to pump our fluids as well as run our air ride suspension. All of our equipment is designed, engineered, and manufactured here in St. Thomas, Ontario, Canada. This has been an overall on the SV12101 dual cab lube truck. More information can be found at www.arvaindustries.com. Thanks for watching.